Fellow lost souls, wanderers, adventurers and heroes. Many of us have found ourselves trapped in Barovia, imprisoned by the mists. The devil Strahd has incarcerated us here, and the only way out is to kill him, or die in the attempt. So, welcome to Barovia. The land is cursed, and now, so are you. Hello, friends. Hey, welcome to our Curse of Strahd campaign stream, session 23, where we make a mockery of the difficulty of combat encounters. And by we, I mean Adam. I think that's a compliment, Adam, but I don't know. Hi, my name is Debbie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Dungeon Master. Let me introduce you to your players. Folks, feel free to introduce yourself, your pronouns, and your characters. So, say hello, please, to the aforementioned mocking fighter of demons, Adam.
Hello, everybody. Yes, my name is Adam, pronouns they, them, or he, him. I play Teddy of Arbora, who is half Dragonborn, half Satyr, and is also half cleric and half fighter. You might be asking, Adam, how can somebody be four halves of something? Well, good question. It's different denominator references.
I just feel
happy
like
to be
a question
here
for the philosophy ravine. So
Happy to be here.
Maybe.
Thank you very much. Everyone, please say hello to Elise.
Hello. Hi, my name is Elise. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I play Mink, who's a paladin, and his pronouns are he, him, his.
Wonderful. Thank you kindly. Please say hello to Galway.
Hey everybody, my name's Galway, pronouns he, him, they, them, and I play Diota, the artificer whose pronouns are they, them.
And last but by no means least, Lena.
Hi, I'm Lena, and my pronouns are she, her, and I play Mari, who is a rogue tiefling, whose pronouns are also she, her.
I appreciate, Lena, every time you introduce your character, it sounds like a question, like, is this who I am? I'm not sure. Hard to say. Okay, so, housekeeping. We are affiliate on Twitch, which means you can cheer and subscribe to us. Please do that. You can also link your Amazon Prime account to support us via Prime Gaming. Please also do that. Chat commands that you can use. !Discord will get you a link to our Discord community. If you want to see pictures of particularly my dog Kenneth recently, get in there. He had an exciting trip to the vet yesterday where they put dye in his eye that made his eyes very green. It's pretty cool. !Merch will get you a link to our merch store. You can buy cool stuff with artwork designed by members of the community. !Ko-fi. If you would like to support us, you can send us money that way. Money does make the world go round, sadly. I wish it was cake. !Donate. Go away? What's this now?
Right now we are supporting the Colorado Immigrant Relief Fund?
Rights
Forgetting-
Coalition.
Immigrant Rights Coalition. Thank you. Right now, with the current political climate, support being devoted to those who are most vulnerable in our society is a very good thing. We encourage you to reach out either to this organization or to one doing similar work in your area.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Very important. So welcome into our Helpful Goat Curse of Strahd stream. 2 final important announcements. This is intended to be a horror stream that may not be suitable for everyone. The themes today include the general non-specific ominous danger that is Barovia. We got vampires. We got non-consensual relationships. Yeah. Generally, some like icky people are about. Such is life. If any of that doesn't sound good to you right now, feel free to give this one a miss and take care of yourselves. And players, that goes for you doubly, triply. Music used in streams to date and going forwards is from Tabletop Audio or Kevin MacLeod's Incompetech website. Why is that so hard to say? Used under a Creative Commons license. Every time. Kevin MacLeod Incompetech. Wonderful. Okay, so before we do the recap, we're going to do something a little bit different to help everyone get into character, because I saw it on the internet and I thought, oh, that seems like a fun idea. And I shared it with everyone and they didn't tell me no. So, in fact, a couple of people said yes.
I'm multiple people.
I think, Elise, did you say yes? Or did you say no, it's a bad idea?
I said neutrally that everybody
Oh,
loves-
neutrally loves this. Okay. So what we're going to do is one of those terrible get to know you icebreaker questions, but in character. So the icebreaker question is, what would your character last have searched on the internet? So your character's most recent search history. Now, I know that in D&D they don't have the internet, but kind of put that aside for the moment. What would your character have last searched on the internet? Now, does anyone want to go first?
I have two things. One is the boring answer and one is the more kind of funny answer. So one, how to like better tactics for killing vampire spawn.
Very mink. Very mink.
Very mink, yes. Like, there's 6 of them in that room. How do I take out a bunch of them all at once? But I think more entertainingly, perhaps, how to talk to children.
Also very mink.
Oh no, what do I do with this child in front of me? Yeah.
All right. I think mine, I was inspired to have 2 as well from what you just said, Elise, but I think mine are a little bit, one's a little bit more straightforward, the other is slightly more comedic. One is, also both of these searches are on a tablet using handwriting recognition. Giota does not type. One is a search for antiquarian bookstores near me. The other is secondhand jewelry marketplaces for selling pendants.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Adam or Lena? Oh, Adam, you want to go?
Teddy probably would have searched for like serious answer would be like, yeah, like dream meanings, trying to make sense of shit.
Yeah.
But also his most recent search would have been before starting reading the Book of Exalted Deeds. He would have looked it up on doesthepegasusdie.com. Just to make sure.
Just to be safe. Very smart. Very smart. All right, Lena, what did Mari Google or other search engine?
Trust. How to make people trust you. Do people have to trust you to like you? Why don't people like me?
Oh, Mari.
God.
That's incredible. That's wonderful. You guys, you've not got one out of the park. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Yes. Very good. Okay. Whew. Are we ready for our recap and to get cursed? All right. So, last time we started by having a conversation with Felix the possessed child, who was totally chill and not at all sus. Mink, very good at talking to children, managed to goad the possession demon into materializing and fighting the group. The fight lasted all of about 8 seconds because Teddy guiding bolted it to death in a critical hit round. The fight was over almost before it began, and I'm still definitely not mad about it. It's fine. I did actually enjoy the opportunity to become acquainted with my bad boy cards and spitefully remove 1 gold piece from Teddy's inventory. I think you only had 2. So that's pretty effective. The demon taunted them, threatening their poultry magics. I think I meant to say poultry, but it came out a bit more chickeny.
Poultry.
So, yeah, sorry. But we did use Teddy's last spell slot to destroy the locket. And Deota's pendant, which we're now looking to sell, I guess, seemed to react to the presence of the demon, but probably nothing to worry about. By killing the demon, we freed Felix of its possession and stopped the effect that it was having on Milovoj. Mink gave Felix the Order of the Gauntlet flattened penny.
Oh, yeah.
That Mink's commander had given to him to remind Felix that it's okay that he was protected in this moment and to do his best, which I thought was very cute. And also slightly indoctrinating a child, but that's probably fine.
No.
I know.
Affirming for a child that it's okay to be weak and vulnerable sometimes.
Yes.
To be fair, this isn't something that they like give out as like an ordination ceremony. Just if you visit the Order of the Gauntlet Fortresses, it's just like by the door, like a little tourist
You
trap
just pick
thing.
out, yeah. pay a copper, take one kind of thing.
Very good.
Is that Kenneth squeaking?
It is.
It's like a little squeaky toy. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Is this like a free Bible thing, Meg says? You're no! Meg just wants this kid to feel okay about being weak.
You want to go somewhere, Kenneth? You can just leave. No? You cannot be hungry. You've got
He
2
can.
hours to wait. Oh. All right, everybody say hi and bye, Kenneth.
Hi, Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Bye, Kenneth. Love
Bye,
you.
Kenneth.
What's up, best friend? Hi, Mike.
Oh, very good. Oh. Felix told us his backstory and how he came across the locket at his mum and dad's shop. And in the wonder of the DM rewriting things on the fly, Felix's parents became somewhat relevant to the
God.
adventure. You're welcome. More on this later. Felix told us that Milovoj was a good guy and that's why the demon wanted to devour his soul. We learned that the demon came from outside Barovia and the demon itself was surprised to have been able to get in because it thought that Barovia was separate and completely shut off from other places floating in a metaphorical sea. The demon, right before it died, taunted us about the dark powers circling around Barovia. Deota did an Arcana check and couldn't quite figure out all the stuff about the Dark Seas, but got a reference to dark powers. They knew a little bit, had heard of them like bad gods who would offer their powers to humans with consequences, but didn't know much more than that. So just note that one down as a potential investigation thread to pull on. Claudia, who's the headmistress of the orphanage, thanked the party because they'd saved the kids and Milovoj and the orphanage. And she said that you would always have a space at the orphanage as a safe haven if needed, and she gave you 2 potions of healing that she got from the town's herbalist. I think one ended up with Teddy and one ended up with Deota, but you figure that out amongst yourselves. I don't mind. We then went and spoke to Milovoj, and the room was less covered in Gatorade, I think, than it had been previously. He took
Flavor
the
of
news...
Gatorade, Debbie.
Oh, steak and egg? That I will never forget.
Mm.
It's burned into my soul. He took the news of a demon trying to eat his soul with classic Barovian aplomb. It's probably one he's heard 100 times before. He supports the orphanage with his wages, which is a big part of how it's still running. And he was so sick he couldn't work. But the local coffin maker, Henrik van der Voort, paid him 200 gold, which is a lot of money in Barovia, to get the bones. Milivoj did not know that taking the bones would deconsecrate the church. Weirdly, and in a completely unplanned coincidence, Felix's mum and dad's shop used to be right next door to Henrik's coffin maker's shop. Total coincidence. So off we went to the coffin maker's shop. On the way, we received an invitation from Lady Fiona Watcher to the Watcher house for dinner. She wishes to employ the party on a matter of some importance. Probably great. Just get some work, get paid. The coffin maker's shop was shut up suspiciously tight. And after threatening Henrik a bit, good tag team work, Mink and Graboa, we found out why. And it's because he's got half a dozen vampire spawn upstairs and a warded door with a direct line to Strahd himself. The party did some real good D&D. Mari stealthed up the stairs, following the instructions Henrik gave, so we didn't have to immediately fight the 6 vampire spawn, and snuck the bones out. We learnt that one of Strahd's consorts came and set this whole plan up, including asking Henrik to get the bones, host the spawn, and they did the magic on the door. So we got the bones. We can now go and reconcentrate the church and consider what we want to do about the spawn upstairs here. And then I have a note. I wonder if Adam managed to come up with the pun about bone fallout. Yeah, no. Good. Perfect. I didn't think so either, because that's all the information I have, Adam. I don't know why. That's
Bone fallout.
And then Teddy realized, oh, I've lost Adam for the next 5 minutes while they try and think about that.
Is it that obvious?
No. It's my own fault. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Teddy also realized that it would be an exalted deed to read the Book of Exalted Deeds, because we're like 4 hours into an 80-hour read. So that's going to take a while. Don't forget, the Festival of the Blazing Sun is in a couple of days, and you are legally obligated to attend if you are in town. All right.
So,
any questions to any bits of that recap? All right. So you are heading back towards the church?
yeah. Yes. I think that's the immediate goal, is to take the bones to the church and get the church re-sanctified.
Do we think it would be a good idea for, like, Diota to split off and update Rictavio?
Oh yeah, that's the other immediate goal.
like I think that I would agree that the reconsecuring the church is probably the most important thing. It's just also like it seems like alerting Rictavio could be time sensitive, so it also isn't particularly involved. It's more like, hey buddy, guess what there's 6 of?
We were gonna tell Rictavio and the bartender innkeeper, what's her name?
Oh, Danica.
Danica, because we think she's
connected
Raven
to the
lady.
Ravens, or
and it's just like listen, we can't, surely there was some method of attempting to deal with demon spawn before the 3 of us got isekai'd into this world. So if that's not the case, then I don't know how we're supposed to just like magically do all of it for you. So somebody help.
Diota got reincarnated as a slime. Anywho, but yeah, Diota could probably take that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think makes motivated.
Yeah, I figured that the reconsecration probably has more religious overtones than arcane magic. And so Teddy probably better there than Diota.
Teddy,
So
Teddy would
go on, Teddy.
be like, hey guys, Fallout, more like Fallange.
There you go, Debbie. Are you proud of
Got it.
yourself?
Yeah. Thanks,
And then
Alex.
he'll say, sorry, I was distracted. What do you need me to do?
Teddy, I think you and I are going to the church as the religious folk in the group. And maybe Diota, I don't know about Mari, to the inn to talk to Rictavio and Danica.
Sounds
Divide
good.
and do good work.
There's also the advantage that in terms of party splits, I'm the one that if I party split, I'm still not alone because I have Grippo and Lemte with me.
Okay.
How about
When
split
Lena's back, we
party
can
soup?
we can put Mari in whichever group they would like to go in.
Yep.
Split
figure that
pea
out.
soup.
Part P.
So we'll head
Part
back
soup.
up the road, and then I guess I would peel off into the inn while the rest continued down the road.
Into the church. Oh yeah. Let me just get the map. I don't think we need the map for anything particular. Where's the church? Oh, the church is right over here.
Church is all the way over here, where Mink just magically teleported to.
And this is the inn. Oh yeah.
Where I just popped you.
You know what? I should probably get my book ready because maybe I'm gonna need that.
Nah. One GM to another, you never need the source material.
Not the way we play, I don't. Okay. So do we want to do the church first or Diota first? Any opinion?
Nope.
Maybe do the...
Chronologically.
Yeah, I was going to say, chronologically, it would be the inn, but maybe do the church first, because I feel like if Mari went to the church, she's probably still not going to be as, like, actively involved in that, whereas in a dialogue with Rectavio and the inn's folk, she might be very involved in case she opted for that one.
Okay, very good, very good. So, by the time we get back to the church, it's coming on to the afternoon, and it seems that we just missed the midday sermon to the Morning Lord. So there are several, parishioners around and outside the church and inside the church, kind of filtering their way out. Father Lucian is talking to an older woman who looks sad. She doesn't look that much sadder than most other people in Barovia, but she does look a bit sad. So what do you want to do for a minute while he's doing that? Just shake a bag of bones at him?
Yeah, just shake a bag of bones. I'll just, I guess, like lean up against the side of the church with Teddy and maybe Madi, and I'll like nod into the church a little bit and be like, Teddy, was that you? And I nod at Father Lucian, like comforting the woman. Were you like a priest at a church before all this?
No, not quite. I wasn't really around people a lot. I provided comfort to my Pegasi, but I don't know if they would have considered me like a priest to them.
I like the idea of like your flock of Pegasi is your like flock of parishioners. It's cute.
But generally, in my time, long before that, in my travels, I spent some time going in and out of some churches with varying degrees of belief and disbelief. But generally, yeah, my mother did imbue in me eventually a kind of commitment to healing the world, which can sometimes look like caring about people's feelings, but not all the time, I've found. Maybe.
That makes sense.
How about you? You what's your faith journey been like?
Somewhere in a tavern, Diota. Oh, thank God, I don't do this.
I think Mink actually does kind of laugh a little bit. It's just like a lot of swords is my faith journey, man. Like lots of swords. Yep, the more militaristic minded gods don't really care too much if you pop into worship at their temples as much as if you are out, doing the deeds on the battlefield. So
Convenient.
I think comforting people who aren't feeling well, and I nod again at Father Lucian talking to the woman, is about as far outside my skill set from my religious background as anything could be.
Yeah. Until recently, I would have said the same thing about the sword stuff. But ever since coming back, I've been feeling a bit more murdery.
If I need to be worried about that, let me know, okay?
Nah, it just came out weird. I think it's just like a dragonborn thing. It's a surge of physical strength that my usually historically pudgy frame is having trouble processing. Maybe.
Do you want to arm wrestle?
Sure. Yes, I would absolutely love to arm wrestle right now. Should we do that now?
Yeah.
Do we need a table?
Yeah, we'll just use a pew.
You say, okay, here, get down. All right. How do we determine who
Contested
wins?
strength checks.
Yeah,
Just a
here we
strength
go.
check.
I just also need to point out that people are filing out from a service and are like speaking to the minister, etc. And then basically two strangers are like, let's go.
Yeah.
Two armored
Yeah.
religious boys.
Very large, also. Like, because isn't Teddy extremely tall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So is
okay.
Mink.
So, like, both 6 feet
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
I think Mink's got me this time.
It's a 16 to a 13, so yeah.
Well, I think
Lena,
a 10 because I don't have advantage. But yeah, either way.
oh yeah, okay. Just so you know, Lena, we wanted to leave it up to you whether
I could hear
Marty would have.
everything.
You did hear
I
everything.
could hear everything.
Okay. Did you want to be with us at the church or with Diota at the inn?
I probably would have gone with Diota to cover.
Okay.
Plus, I'm
we
good at
took the
talking to
bows.
people. I have a high charisma.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think this is literally all that happens until Father Lucian is free.
So after a moment of you two like giggling not quietly enough in a church and arm wrestling, like Father Lucian sort of, excuses himself from the woman that he's comforting and kind of nods at a couple more parishioners and sidles over to you and says, "Say nothing about the mission that you've been on. We must patiently wait for the church to clear so that we may talk more freely. Over the table, if you want to do some alchemy shit,
Sure.
you've got a few minutes here while
Yeah.
Father Lucian's like dealing with some other people.
Okay,
You
great.
want to do that for a minute?
I very
Okay.
briefly thought that Father Lucian was saying to us, over the table, guys could do some alchemy while we wait.
So
Yeah, we do actually have a table built for arm wrestling if you want to use over the top of that table for your alchemy.
great, yeah. That's all we do. Okay, how do we feel about Mink? I think because this is, what kind of check is it? It's going to be like intelligence or
Wisdom or int based?
oh yeah, good for a paladin. So I would like to stick with like a really basic recipe I'm going to go. How do we feel about 3 fire peas, Galway? Is that too much of one ingredient? Do we feel it's
Can we
wasted?
do? So I'm trying to remember. Is it 3 different ingredients or 3 of the same ingredient?
It is either of those 2 options.
You can do 2 of one ingredient and 1 of another. You
Oh,
can
okay. So
always
it's
It must be 3
water.
ingredients, but it can be any.
okay.
any
Combo.
of that, and you can always use water as one of the ingredients. It just slightly raises your DC, but it might preserve some of your active ingredients more.
Yeah. So I could do fire peas water, but I mean my DC being higher is not good for us.
I might also say just fire peas clay at that point, because we have a shit ton of it. It's literally listed as a good 3rd ingredient.
Okay, I'm going fire peas clay to see if I can make something sticky and fiery.
Sticky fiery, got it.
I'm going to be like Teddy, help, and see if I can get the help action from Teddy.
You for sure can.
Awesome. So this is just a wisdom check with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the fumble. 12. Thanks for the advantage.
Okay. Can
wait. Can I also? Do I have
guidance?
Guidance? I do have guidance.
Can I smack a D4 on that? GM.
But only if Galway does his classic helpful goat guidance pitch
Plug
for me, because I don't have it memorized.
Guidance. It's a cantrip that makes you or your friends better at things for 1 minute. Use it early, use it often.
Thank you.
Debbie?
Yes.
That's a 15.
Very good. And you did fire peas clay?
Fire peas clay.
Okay. That's lucky, because had you not guidanced, you would have got a failure, and I was very excited about what that was.
Guidance MVP.
Well remembered, Teddy, for guidance. Okay, so yeah, you make like a little like a grenade.
Okay.
That when you can chuck it like an attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you will have to roll to attack with it. But it will do. How much damage do we think it should do? 2 fire peas.
66.
That's too many. I was going to say 2 d6.
No, that's too many.
I think 2 d6 is a fair amount. And they run the chance of being set on fire.
2d6.
Yes.
I'm recording this under the recipes.
I have it also in my inventory.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing for you
Okay.
to know it there. I was just also saying, like, I'll handle recording recipe outcomes.
So that if we do it again, I don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Correct.
Okay,
Appreciate
so it's
that.
just 2d6, and then it's fire damage or force damage? Fire.
Fire.
Okay. And there is a possibility of setting things on fire?
Yes, you will roll a d4, and on a 1, they get set on fire, for example. So 25%.
The target sets on fire.
And we'll deal with
Okay.
that when that happens.
Yeah, we'll deal with that when that happens. I'll put that in quotes and put Debbie at the end of that.
Cross that bridge when we get to it. The only human being that has ever said that phrase in the history of the world.
Okay, I have added the grenade to my inventory. Thank you.
Very good. Teddy, did you want to do any crafting in parallel?
I'm not equipped. Unless somebody wants to tell me, Adam, what Teddy should do.
Well, if you want to just we have a whole list of them, so I can recommend we could do ectoplasm, mist fungus, and water to get healing, something healing-ish. We could do zombie glands and snail hearts to get maybe a sticky sleep powder.
Have you made a sticky sleep powder already? Which is not
We've
to say
made
you
a
can't
sleepy powder.
But
And we've made
yeah.
essentially alchemist fire tar.
We do have some things
Oh no, we
that
do.
we need.
Zombie glands, snail hearts, and clay. 2 rounds reduce speed to 0, 50/50 to do a sleep spell.
Okay.
You can try that if you like.
Or or we can, I think Galway also has, is probably more equipped to get these like critical successes. So I might leave the more kind of complicated or high
The ones with
effect
more
ones
expensive ingredients.
for Diota. Yeah.
Zoomfly.
Zoomfly.
There will
Um,
be an equivalent amount of time for you in a second, Deirdre and Murray, so we don't have to do all the crafting with Mink and Teddy.
Okay, I will actually open.
You don't have to.
documents Then, well, yes.
but
Must be
so
prepared.
yeah, like I could do the. Did you make a decision just now? I could do maybe the ectoplasm mist fungus thing, or
Okay. Yeah, let's try it. I'll give you help and suggest that you guidance yourself. So we're going to do
God,
ectoplasm, mist fungus, and water, or do we want to do it with zombie glands, which might give us something like a healing sleep?
I forgot that we could always use water things, so I was just
Oh, I see.
groping
Yeah.
around for a third ingredient. I'm like, sleep kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Let's do ectoplasm, mist fungus, and water, unless you really want to try the zombie glands thing.
yeah, no, that water sounds good.
Okay.
What do I roll?
Wisdom or intelligence.
Okay. I need to close. Why isn't my? Okay. What is better for Teddy? I think I'll roll wisdom.
Roll the
That's a
d4.
six.
You might get up to a 10. It might save us from an explosion inside a church.
Oh my god.
9.
Teddy,
Wait,
would
let me look at
you-
my good boy cards. Let me look at my good boy cards. Maybe I've
Stephanie's so excited, and we're like, wait.
maybe I've got something helpful, like anything that's like alchemy related.
I don't
just-
think they're going to be that specific, I'm sorry. Because they're 2 separate mechanics, so I don't believe they overlap.
But something wisdom related would help.
Yeah, right. There's like, or like a re-roll a check, or add a d4.
No explosions. If there was
No explosions in a
no
church.
explosions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could re-roll a saving throw that I failed, but that was
Yeah.
not
Oh, well, let's wait and
throw.
see.
Are there any tools that help with alchemy? Because I do have this good boy card, right tool for the job, and then it could add like an extra proficiency or something. No. Cool. Okay.
Owie.
Well, then I don't know what to do.
Teddy,
Well, I've rolled a 9.
a 9. A 9 is a failure. Teddy, could you roll a d6 for me, please?
Four.
Oh, excellent.
Four.
The mixer is covered by a sticky ooze that smells very bad, and you have to make a DC 12 con save because it smells very bad.
Just me or both me and Mink?
Just you, just the mixer.
Constitution save.
Yes.
Teddy is the mixer. I was envisioning like a bowl as the mixer.
Oh, I was picturing a bowl too. Oh my god.
Sorry, no. The alchemist, is that a better term?
The person doing the mixing.
Yes.
Oh no,
All right.
Teddy.
Well, if this is a failed saving throw, then maybe I'll re-roll this with my
Okay.
wait. Let me try again card.
Very good.
How do I? Oh, I just do this. I think. Did I loot? Did I discard it? How do I discard? Anyway, I'll figure that out later.
Yes, that's future Teddy's problem. So you get to roll one more time.
Oh, thank God.
20.
A non-natural 20?
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. Fine. You just stink, but it is what it is.
How do I?
And the ingredients are
Used.
consumed. Yes.
How do I discard? How do I get rid of a card? Why is this?
I drag it
drag it
out of my
somewhere?
inventory and drop it on the
Deck,
drag and
and then
drop.
I can get rid of it. Yeah, if you stick it on the map,
Just-
I can just...
Drag it.
Just drag it. Yeah.
Oh, there.
And now
is.
it's on the
Okay.
map, and then it can be put back in the deck.
Done.
Cool.
Yeah. Alchemy, not my
updated a
strong
mouse.
suit.
as well. Ingredients.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, we should probably leave most of the alchemy to Diota, but this was an interesting. Send the
Really
dumb
cool as well.
boys. I don't want to speak for Teddy. I don't know what your intelligence score is, but
No, it's not great.
Okay. Whilst you're doing that crafting, let's jump back over to the tavern, inn, whatever we want to call it, to Diota and Murray.
Murray, would you rather speak to the innkeeper or to Rictavia?
I think we should probably stick together so that we can back each other up. In the talking.
Oh, okay.
And
I
also
was like,
anything
I'm not
else that
expecting
comes
them
up.
to attack us.
Just anything else that comes up. Yeah?
When you said so we can back each other up, Graboa absolutely just like loads his little paper fists. Yep. So going into the common room, do I see Rictavio in there?
You do not. But you do see Danica. She's sat behind the bar with like a great big like ledger, like a leather-bound book. And she's, poring over it like she's doing the accounts.
Improbably, Diota looks more excited. Oh, thank God. Something normal. Failing to see Rictavio, probably start with who we have. I'm kind of saying this to... I'm more saying this over the table to Lena.
I want to try to do like a signal that I think will make her realize that we're on the Were Ravens Keeper of the Feathers side with stuff. So what would I think that would be? Can I roll something thiefy or history-y or something to figure out what that signal is with my thieves can't, which is thieves can. Because I can.
You can roll a history check to see if there's a way that you know of that you can communicate to this person that
Okay.
What's up?
Sure. I got 13.
Yeah, you have no clue because the Keepers of the Feather are notoriously secretive and likely to be quite defensive because they're kind of the underground resistance to Strahd, and so they're not known for advertising their whereabouts all the way in.
Sure. So I'm going to go up to her and casually lean on the bar and go, "Hey, Danica. Caw.
Hey, have you got a cough?
Caw.
You want a drink?
Caw.
Okay. Has she been hit on the head and forgotten how to speak?
I don't know. I haven't been able.
A good charisma, so I'm doing this very charismatically, so I think she's into it. Can I roll to see if she's into it?
Doing it charismatically doesn't mean you don't seem unhinged.
I want to roll to see if she's into it. Is this performance or persuasion?
Jesus Christ. I think it's performance. But
Okay.
you tell me whether you're performing or persuading.
Performing. Ooh, 8.
Yeah.
sometimes the dice tell the story.
Sometimes the dice do keep the score.
An 8. yeah, weirdly, she's not going for it.
So Dioto's gonna sort of like just pinch their brow and walk forward. I don't know. I wasn't able to keep an eye on her at all times with the demon incursion.
What?
Don't worry about it. We took care of it. I think
Can we
what
go
she's
talk
trying
somewhere
to say
privately?
by going caw is that we've come across some information.
Can we go talk somewhere privately? Not
Yes.
say any of these
Come into
words
the kitchen.
in the room.
There was no one in the room.
No
sorry.
information.
No,
or
the
other
the
things.
front door's unlocked, so if we want to talk privately into the kitchen, we'll
Yep.
switch out with Erwin. He can come and stare futilely at the sums.
I
Good,
can
good.
look at those for you. Afters. please let
So
me do
she
math.
kind of invites you like through the, you know, like those bars that have like a hatch that lifts up and then it's push doors into the kitchen. So you go in, and she turns and she's like flipping a knife in her hand casually, real casually. What do you know?
I think that what my companion was trying to indicate with the caw was that we came across some information that might be of interest. Normally one would say that a little bird told us. In this case, we're trying to tell a little bird.
Would you like to roll an insight check?
We're going to die.
She's about to stab us.
Oh, Lena's insightful.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
we're not doing that.
Not fumbling.
That's a natural one, boy.
No, we're really not doing that. 23.
Hey! Okay. She has the best poker face that you've ever seen. In that, like, her facial expression doesn't change, apart from, like, the tiniest little interruption in the rhythm of her, like, spinning the knife in her hand. And she's like, I didn't know you could talk to birds. That's cool. And, like nothing, she's given nothing away apart from the tiniest pause in flicking the knife that is the only clue that there might be something going on, but she's not giving anything away.
It's not so much a talent that I have and more a talent I was hoping you were possessed of in the is it the coffin makers? Was the
Yeah.
the business? I was just trying to make sorry, this was to you, Debbie.
Oh, the coffin makers. Yeah, over the table. The coffin maker shop was where the
vampire spawn were.
yes.
The local coffin maker has had some visitors, highborn from the castle, who have left behind 6 guests.
What kind of guests? Like mature guests?
Not fully, no.
6 of them.
A lot of babysitting to do.
Dangerous babies, those.
Aren't all of them?
Well, my boys certainly. Okay, I appreciate the information, but have you told the burgomaster, the town guard? I don't know what you want me to do about this. I'm just a tavern keeper.
I was also hoping we could perhaps get any insights you had onto who it would be most efficacious to tell. And also, for what it's worth, I don't think that this was voluntary babysitting. So, if possible, I would prefer the coffin maker not be nailed to something or set on fire. I don't know. The festivals here all sound very ominous.
Okay. That's difficult. Because harboring these kinds of babies, regardless of how optional or not it was, is severely punished in Valakai, and I don't know that there's any way out of that. Unless he leaves Valakai, but without anywhere safe to go, he's not be any better off.
Well, that doesn't really seem fair. Like, people just
Barovia isn't
sometimes have
fair.
to make. I know that. I live here. People just sometimes have to make choices to stay alive. That's what Barovia is. Everybody knows that. What the fuck is y'all's problem in this town? Like, you can't just be fucked either way.
What are you proposing I do?
I don't know. Cover it up somehow.
You said
Why
that
don't
if
you
he
do
didn't
that?
have any place to go to, then outside of Valakai, that would be no better. Could you perhaps give a recommendation of an inn where he could tide over for a bit if he was to leave?
And you can see she's thinking like fast, like she's running through the options. You can almost see it happen like in real time. They're not going to let him in at Kresk, she says. He could go to Barovia, but that town's on its last legs. The only other place is Doom. And I don't know that he could survive the journey there.
He can come with us. Someday we'll probably go to Doom. I wasn't planning to go back for quite a while, but he can just
that's a
join
great
our
idea.
party.
You can adopt the coffin maker and save his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, problem solved.
I like this. Okay. We've got this.
Marty, who hates having what's her name? The
Irina?
Mari has not been given a compelling reason to care about Arena.
I would like to say that, like, this conversation has been going so amusingly to me because it's like such a contrapoint of the charismatic Marie and the deeply uncharismatic but very intelligent Diota, and Diota being like, yeah, okay, I'm following this, I can be clever with words. What? We can what?
Look, Diota, sometimes in Barovia, people end up in situations that there's no good option, and you just have to make the best of a bad situation. So we can help make that less bad and keep him with us. He can take care of the horses or something. I don't know. He's like a pet. And the GM's not allowed to kill pets. So
let's stick with a camp follower before we start calling him a pet. I'm uncomfortable with the.
But I think the GM's allowed to kill camp followers.
Dirta's gonna sort of like.
It's okay, Mink.
I understand.
Mink will like it.
I understand and I agree. Mink will not be happy, but.
No, I said Mink will like it.
No, Mink will not. So, you asked what was wrong with Valakai, where the response would be like, oh, this person had no choice and so did evil, nailed to tree? That's like Mink's family crest.
No.
Yes!
I think Mink understands nuance more than that.
We're talking about the same Mink, right? 7 foot tall, furball, made out of muscles. Anyway, Danica, the problem is...
wouldn't kill Henrik because Mink would understand that Henrik was faced with no good options. So Mink would...
I don't know if
care
Mink's
about Henrik.
Vows contain the concept of extreme absolution, but we can hope. Anyway, Danica, only problem is, Henrik did mention to us that he was staying there because he didn't want to tip them off that anything had gone wrong. So he's still there and is afraid to leave. is there any way that an
But
intervention
we're leaving soon with
could
him,
be
so you gotta do
arranged
something.
so that the children are taken care of as
Like ASAP.
Henrik is removed from the situation?
So Danica has been watching you all like closely during this little exchange, and like a lot of looking at Marie with her eyebrows raised, as only a mother can. That kind of look. And at that question, Danica will turn to you and say, I'm sorry again. I must be missing something. I ran a tavern with my husband. I have 2 children. You want me to deal with what's in the coffin maker's shop?
They're just
You guys-
children.
You guys seem far more equipped for that than I am.
As my friend here put it earlier, caw.
Okay, I guess it's head injuries all around for you guys. What have you been up to?
Demon incursion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that is unusual for Barovia.
Yeah. No kidding.
But you dealt with that, so surely some children
Look,
That was
no issue for
one.
you.
Danica, we're just telling you about this out of the goodness of our hearts because we like you, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we're leaving very soon with Henrik.
you
We're
going
not
home,
going to be
Murray?
here. No,
'Cause
I
you can
can't go
always
home
take
yet.
Henrik home.
I'm not going home yet because I have to get all these people back to their homes.
I
It's a
thought you
lot of
said you were
work.
from Doom.
I am from Doom. I have to get all of these people back to their homes. They're also from Doom, by the way, but their homes are different. Their homes are different.
They're
Doom.
not from Barovia? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
No,
know how
different
adventurers
Doom.
in Barovia work. Yeah, sure. Okay, so
Anyway,
let's put
we're
the
leaving.
subtext. Let's bring the subtext out to make it text, because you were trying to get me to confess to it that I'm not going to do, because it's not my place. But you, Murray, should probably also confess to some secrets if you want me to do the same.
Okay, they're not really from Doom. Ooh.
Where are you really from, Murray?
I'm from Doom.
Yeah, and I know not a thing about what you mean when you say core.
Okay, anyway, we're leaving with
Okay.
with Henrik as our new camp follower pet.
Yeah.
And
Good luck.
things maybe aren't going to be great when Henrik leaves.
Look,
So
if
just
you-
a heads up that this is happening soon.
Noted.
Diota's going to sort of pause. Mari, would the conversation that Danica is suggesting be easier if you were able to have it with her alone?
It's not a conversation that Murray and I need to have, because I know the answer.
Then I'm from Doom. Let's go talk to
Could-
the other person we were going to talk to. Why are you screaming, Diota? It's really disruptive.
One step forward, one step back. All right.
Was there someone else you needed? The tavern's empty.
No, it should be fine. Well,
Who are you looking for?
Victavio?
Yeah, he's I don't even know where he's gone. Might have gone to Blinsky's toys.
Stop trying to make us go there, Debbie.
But I mean, you're welcome to like hang around and grab a drink and maybe do some alchemical crafting for a bit before you head out if you want to wait and see if he comes back. If not, then he'll be back this evening because he always comes back for dinner.
I don't think we should go to Blinksy's toys on our own. There's been too many mentions of that. So yeah, we could hang out here and craft.
Or we could disclose the information that would cause Danica to feel okay with disclosing the information that could maybe keep this from turning into a bloodbath.
We don't need
What?
information. We've had a very good exchange of information here. Danica knows what's happening. We know what's happening. We're all on the same page about the timeline. What's the problem?
Would you feel better if I shared something with you? In addition, exchange? I don't really know the... Help me speak your language. Mink, I understand. Point at evil. Smash. Help him smash evil. Happy. Tell him stories. Listen to his stories. Teddy, honestly, just be there to give him a reassuring pat on the back every so often and pray that his back is still the same shape that it was the last time you saw him. I don't get you. I don't know. You care about Henrik. I think you understand that he had shitty options. He was threatened with death or worse, to do something that was going to result in death or worse. Neither of us want that to result. The point I'm making is, if suddenly Danica remembered what caw-caw meant, there might be significantly more of a chance to get him extricated from this, because as far as I can tell, our other option is going to be telling the Burgomaster, who will absolutely follow the creed of nailing him to a wall, setting him on fire, or I don't know, making a piñata out of him. Again, the festivals are kind of fucked up.
Yota, I'm genuinely not understanding what the concern is here. Danica knows what we were trying to communicate with her. If Danica cares about the children being in the town, Danica will do what she needs to do to get that information to people who can help the town. She understands what we're saying, and she understands that Henrik is leaving soon, and that there's a tight timeline for that. We don't need more information from her, and we don't need to tell the Burgermeister. We're all on the same page. What information are we lacking that we would need from her?
Is this conversation happening in front of Danica?
Yes, I think so. I
Yeah.
don't think I've walked away.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this seems between you two, but, like, you're good people, I think. I don't think you want to walk away from a town with quite a few people in and 6 possibly deadly babies hanging. I think it is in all of our best interest to deal with that in the safest way possible. And I think you guys have proven, by your demon handling, I don't know what, that you're relatively competent. If I am what you may think I am, then there's almost certainly a ton that an honest relationship could get both of us. But that's in your hands. I hope you understand that living in Barovia, Murray, you'll know this, it's not a safe space. Not a safe place to be, and Strahd is not a benevolent overlord.
I'm not supposed to say that name.
Okay. I have no interest or ability in fighting that person. That's a quick way to get myself killed. Similarly, 6 children. It's a quick way to get myself killed.
Sure.
I have family. I have this business. I have other people in Barovia that I care about.
Same. I'm not fighting 6 children. I'll die. There's people that matter, that count on me.
So tell people who can do something about this, Danica. Because we can't.
Neither can I.
You can communicate with people who can. The people I can communicate
as
with
who?
won't do anything about this. So,
Same.
well, then we're fucked then.
Great. You can't expect my family to take all of the risk to save maybe this town and maybe one coffin maker.
This
We
isn't
cannot
our
stick our heads
town.
that far above the parapet.
This is your town. Are you just going to leave with your family?
And go where?
I don't know, but if you don't do something about this, then leaving is your option.
So you're telling me that you've uncovered an enormous problem and you're just going to leave?
It's not my town. It's not my family. It's not my people.
And you're none of those to me either.
Exactly. But this place is.
I think we're done here.
Danica,
I think we're done here.
no, from my side of it. I will not speak for Teddy. I will not speak for Marty. Mink, I know, would be eager to help, as would I, but capable though we might be, we're not 6 ravenous baby capable. I am... This? Gesturing to her and Marty, I only have the foggiest understanding of what's going on. I'm not a people person. But what I can say is that I know that Mink would fight for the people. Maybe not super hard for Heinrich, but, you know, people generally, writ large. And I have a good deal of sympathy for Heinrich because I know what it is to be boxed into a corner by forces outside your ken.
Likewise.
But I am saying this because I cannot pretend to know what the contents of your discussion with Mari are right now. I am happy to assume some of the risk if the risk isn't running face first into a spear, which right now it's 6 little pairs of spears. Mink and I will happily fight if we have some assurance that we're not going to just end up dead. Not even assurance, some reason to believe we're not just going to end up as a snack. I will not make a good snack. I am old and withered.
Your best option will be the Burgomaster and the Town Guards. And if that is the route that you choose, there may be something that can be done about getting Henrik temporarily to a different location so that he is not immediately punished for his unfortunate actions.
At this, Giotto will sort of bow. Thank you. If I were to undertake that conversation now, is there anything I would need to notify you of if there were to be some ways of getting Henrik out? Or any particular time I would need to notify you by?
If you decide to speak to the Burgomaster and the Burgomaster mobilizes the Town Guard to move against the Coffin Maker's shop, I'm pretty sure that I'll know.
Bells, that sort of thing?
Sure.
Okay. 'Kay. 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 'Kay Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We should most likely go consult with the others.
Do you want me to tell Rictavio that you were looking for him?
Yes, please, if you do not mind.
Part of my job.
We'll either be at the church or walking to the Where is the Burgomaster's, by the way?
I, Danica, of course, know this because I know the town well, and I don't have to look anything up to check where anything is, of course. And so
And you thought saying cacao was weird?
I will tell you that the Burgomaster's mansion is pretty much a straight shot south from here.
Then you can also let him know we'll either be at the church or probably going back to the Burgomaster's, which would be taking us back past here. So we can check in then as well.
Sure, great. And you've got plans for dinner, right?
Yeah, what time of day is it?
It's like just gone midday, maybe like 1 p.m.
Okay.
I mean, we were fixing to eat dinner on the road, hopefully.
All right.
It's the goal.
Fixing to
So
eat
got,
dinner on the road.
6 hours at least before dinner time, right? So.
Why did I not say Menk is a people person?
I'm a people person. I have had charisma.
Yeah, I know, but I need someone to translate you. Oh.
What does high charisma mean, Murray? Says Danica. I get it. There's a reason that you're defensive of Henrik. It's okay. But Jesus Christ, kid, you need to be honest with people.
I have not lied mostly to people. I wouldn't do that, but
Mari, far be it for me to tell you how to handle people, but I'm just going to say stop that sentence because every word that's getting added on is becoming less reassuring. Like, literally,
But anyways,
it's just...
we're gonna go.
All right. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Cool.
If you wanted to hang out here and do some crafting, you can do that, ostensibly to wait for Rictavio, or if you want to head back to the church and hang out there, that's fine too.
I think probably, given what's occurred, Diota would be in favor of getting to the church to be able to confer with people sooner rather than
Yeah,
later.
I want to go to the church. I don't like the party being split.
Okay. Cowards. You sure you don't want to go to Blinksy's toys? It's
Is
right
no
there.
fun. Is no Blinksy.
Is no Blinsky.
I'm good.
All right, so toddle along to the church.
I think
Do we want to...
I think dolls in non-haunted everyday life are creepy as fuck. Lena's gone.
Oh, where's Lena? She's going to come back and say core at Danica some more. Roll.
So close.
Well,
Wield goblins
whilst
or
you-
gremlins.
whilst you progress your way back to the church, do we think this might be a good time for a break?
Sure.
Works for
Sounds
me.
good.
And that way, if there's any gremlins, we've got more time to de-gremlinify the gremlins.
Did you see? Oh, okay. Maybe they've been solved,
Oh.
but
Have the gremlins been ungrumbled? back?
No, not
no,
really.
apparently.
Well, kind of.
All right, everyone. We will take a 10-minute break.
No, I
probably.
think it's okay. No, actually, I think it's okay.
I
Okay,
think we're
but
still
we're
going to
have a
take the
break
10-minute
anyway,
break.
Lena.
And
Okay.
hopefully it's still working when we get back. See y'all.
Ciao. Hello, welcome back. I just did a very bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impression before I came back, so I will not be repeating that. But it's like an. All right. Before the break, we split the party perfectly safely. The religion boys went to the church and had an arm wrestle, as is traditional. And the charismatic twosome, as they'll now be known. Yeah, Jody's not charismatic.
Very charismatic. I don't know.
Mari keeps saying she's charismatic, which I think makes her less charismatic.
No, Marty and Mink are like the same in that they're very charismatic and also like terrible people. Wisdom is the thing that makes you good with people, not charisma.
Charisma. Went to speak to Danica at the tavern. Core. And I guess it went like as well as could be expected, and also pretty poorly simultaneously.
Fuck, it went great. She's gonna help us get Henrik out.
Okay. Sure. But so I guess now Mari and Diota are heading back to the church.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to chat about on the way, Charisma Twins? Sorry, go away.
I am not charismatic. Giota, I think will stop. I appreciate that you want to help Heinrich.
Yeah, I think it's Henrik. I don't know though. Maybe names are confusing. Yeah. I do. Yep.
Good talk.
Good talk. You did it. You're welcome for wanting to help Heinrich.
What is it about him that makes you so inclined to help him?
I mean, Barovia fucks everybody over. It doesn't seem fair, right? Like, I don't. He didn't do this on purpose. He did this because it was the only option he had. So, I just want to, do a little good in the world.
Makes sense.
Yeah, good.
I'm not sure I'd recommend trying those lines with Mink, though.
Why?
When Teddy sees something that he doesn't understand, he ascribes it to God or that is missing memories. When I see something I don't understand, I attribute it to a lack of understanding on my part, and I wish to understand it, and I wish to research it, and I wish to understand it deeply. When Mink sees something he doesn't understand, he tries to determine if it's a threat, and if he can't determine it's safe, he nails it to a wall. I know you and I can have rocky interactions at times, which is probably because I'm terrible with people, and you think you're not terrible with people.
I'm very charismatic.
There we are. But wall nails Mink's happy place.
Well, I don't think Mink is gonna nail me to a wall. Mink and I
Whatever it
are
takes to get you
developing
through
a
the day.
friendship. Mink and I are developing a friendship, Diota.
Yes, you are.
I think Mink likes me a little. I like
I
Mink.
think he does. I also think that if Mink were to find out that you were lying about things that would materially endanger us...
I'm not lying about things that would
You're
materially
fine,
endanger
Tommy.
you. I'm
I
not lying
understand.
about things that would
I'm not
materially
accusing
endanger
you of that. I am merely
Then
saying...
why did you say that?
Because Because there are things you're not telling us, which I understand.
Right.
And those things, because this god-forsaken, literally, place is the hellscape that it is, those things could very well end up endangering us. My response to that will be sad resignation and attempting to get myself to survive. Minx will not be. Teddy, honestly, I can't get a read on him for that. He might just cry. He might drink. I honestly, I don't know how he copes. He might look through his spyglass. I still don't know what the hell is up with that thing.
I'm not lying about things that would endanger you, and I'm doing my best to not let you be endangered. That's why I wanted to leave the town. And I wish you all had listened to me, because we wouldn't be in this situation right now if you had.
But everyone in the town might be dead.
Yeah, well, it's Barovia.
The fact that Barovia still exists after however long is an indication that that trade can't be being made every 5 days. You'd be out of population.
Look, I don't want to die. I don't think the rest of you want to die. I'm pretty sure you want to get back to the places you came from, alive and well, and that means sometimes you have to do what you have to do to survive.
I can understand that. This wasn't meant to be an argument, Mari. This was meant to be appreciation for your care towards Heinrich. And I
Is it
think we
Henrik or
should.
Heinrich?
What?
Is it Henrik or Heinrich?
That's a good question.
And a statement that I believe that there are values aligned, perhaps more than some others in our group might.
Yeah, good.
Nailed to tree.
No, Mink and I are
Nailed
figuring things out.
to tree.
Mink and I are figuring things out. We've got. I'm very charismatic. Mink is very charismatic. We've got this on lock.
You both make me look good with people. Honestly. I spent centuries talking to no one, and you make me look good with people.
That's part of our charisma. It boosts up the people around us.
I need alcohol.
Good. Okay. So during this conversation, you've walked your way back to the church, and conveniently, when you walk into the church, the last parishioner leaves, and Father Lucian will ride and close the doors behind you. And so he'll turn to you and go, "Any luck?"
Yep, here are the bones.
Well, what? What happened?
What did
How much
happen?
do you want the whole story? There was, well, what's the boy's name? Milovaj is okay. He's recovering. He was possessed by a demon. Now he's not.
What?
We destroyed the locket that the demon lived in and killed the demon.
Okay.
And
Yes.
yeah, and then it was
Where did the bones
Henrik-
fit into this bow?
yeah, Henrik the
Coffin maker?
grave, yep, digger, coffin maker,
Coffin maker?
was bought by the devil to steal them. And we're still figuring that part out, but here are the bones. Please keep Irina safe. Yeah.
Okay, great. It will take me the whole night to reconsecrate the church. So it's not going to be safe now, but it will be safe tomorrow morning. Having the bones back is a good start, but there is a ritual that I must do, because you see, the Church of St. Andrel in and of itself is not holy. Really, neither are St. Andrel's remains, but together they do create this consecrated ground because of what St. Andrel did when he was alive. He wasn't a priest or a holy figure at all, and the church wasn't a church, it was just his house. Andrel was a follower of the Lord, and he lived during the start of the devil's vampiric reign. And when the devil became what he now is, a couple dozen of his own guards tried to turn on him because they probably saw the writing on the wall, the blood on the wall, I should say. And the devil managed to hunt down most of them, but Andrel sheltered 2 that fled to Valakai in his own home. And because of the vampire allowance clause, the devil couldn't enter that home without permission. And he tried to charm and manipulate and bribe his way into Andrel's residence, and he was withstood at all turns, each and every time. Andrel declared that so long as he remained in his home, people would be from the devil and his evils. And both Andrel and the 2 guards ended up living out the rest of their lives in his house. They grew their own food using potted plants and in like a little courtyard area. They lived communally. The townsfolk in certain situations looked after them. They grew old and passed away, having never left the house. And the land and the house itself became hallowed ground following the death of Andrel. He was appointed a saint of the Morning Lord, and the early townsfolk of Valakai built the stone crypt where his bones were. And when the house, disintegrated, they built a church on the land, which is where we stand now. So as long as St. Andrel's bones remain on site, the church is consecrated and none of the devil's evils can enter here. But it's going to take me a while to kind of reacquaint them with each other.
Father Lucian, if there were, why would there, removing the bones from the church to desanctify the church? Okay. That makes sense unto itself. Now this is a place where the devil can enter.
Yeah.
But there was a second occurrence related to this. The Henrik was paid to keep Spawn in his home. And the bones were intentionally kept near the Spawn. Why would that be important to keep the bones there and to have the Spawn grow up or mature next to them?
Well, I don't know. I'm not an expert in vampires, but I think maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe it's not about them growing up or maturing near the bones, but maybe it's them being in a town where there is no protected safe space from them. They were put here, God, for maybe a specific purpose. And getting the bones out of the way was the first part of that purpose. And I don't know what that purpose would be, but not having a sanctuary to run to would make the entire rest of the town wildly vulnerable. And 6 spawn rip through us like scissors through silk. 6, you say?
Oh, I don't think Mink actually said any number. I think he just
How many
said
spawn?
6.
Oh, goodness. Do they know you've taken the bones?
Not yet. Not that we know of.
Well, I better get to work.
Henrik
then.
or Heinrich thought that they wouldn't know immediately, and that the devil or his consort would probably need to be in town for whatever they're planning. I don't know these things. I'm just reminding Elise because I wasn't there for that conversation.
Okay, thank you. We don't think that they'll know right away that the bones were taken. We've successfully removed them without alerting the spawn that that's what occurred.
Okay.
And Henrik believes that the devil or his consort would have to be in town to make whatever is going to happen. I don't
That's not good, is it?
Well, no, but if they're not currently in town, then maybe we have a night for you to sanctify the church.
I think they have like a magic portal door also or something to Strahd's castle so they can get here really quick. Did I make that up in my head?
Yes.
Yeah.
I made that up in my head, or they do have that?
The door, they have a door that is warded, so Strahd gets a notification. Yeah.
Okay.
The door is opened, and then if he wants, he can listen to what's going on around the door.
Okay, but he
it's
can't
not a
get
teleportation
here.
Circle.
Okay.
Yes. You've not seen a teleportation circle or portal
Cool.
type thing.
Cool.
Yeah. So we might have bought enough time by getting the bones when we did, and stealthily, to re-sanctify the church before whatever pops off. Hopefully, and I at this point turn to Diota and Mari and say, any update from potential allies?
Yeah, I think it went pretty well.
So we have help.
Oh, maybe. Probably not.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to get to work on this ritual.
But they
Yeah,
are going
please
to help
would-
with getting Heinrich Henrik out. So that's.
I would recommend you must go and speak to the Burgomaster, though, to notify that there is
Yeah.
evil of that scale within the city. Yeah, you must go and speak to the Burgomaster.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
Danica said. And that we just that we'll just that Danica's people will help get Henrik out when we do that. So everything went really well.
Okay. I look at Teddy and shrug. Father Lucian, would it
back.
help you speed things up with Teddy or my own assistance as fellow? No. Okay.
Religious boys? No,
Religious
thank you.
boys. Yeah.
I tell you what would
we
help.
are the kind of stabby religious boys, not the kind of like.
And you know what, boys? That is where I think you can help. I know that after the deconsecration of the church, the undead have been more active, and so far our kind of makeshift barriers and stuff have held. But maybe guarding the graveyard tonight wouldn't hurt.
Holy water? Can you make holy water?
Yes, but not right now. I need to do my ritual business.
If it takes you 10 minutes to make holy water, that could set us up for like taking one of these spawn out before the rest of them and then delay the consecration by 10 minutes. I think that's a worthy attempt. If we're gearing up for a fight tonight, a short delay of additional holy water to arm us for a fight would be
Okay.
hugely
Would you like
helpful.
me to make you 2 lots? I can maybe make you 2 lots.
Please.
I can make holy water too. Teddy can.
Fabulous. Let's.
But it takes an hour to cast
It takes an hour.
ceremony. Well,
Oh,
that's
Do you have any
yes.
spell slots left?
Yeah.
Have we used much today?
This was
Yeah,
this
Well,
was the same day that we had that fight.
Specifically used my last spell slot.
Yeah.
But anyway, for future
Okay.
reference, I can
Also,
do it.
if you have the spell ceremony prepared, clerics can ritual cast.
Does that mean not using a spell slot?
Doesn't use a spell slot.
does
It
that
takes
mean-
10 minutes longer,
Takes 10 minutes
but it
plus
doesn't
your
take a spell
casting
slot.
time.
Oh, I do have it. I mean, prepared. It's marked as red.
Okay. Well, maybe if we have time tonight after we go talk to the burgomaster and all that, maybe we take some time and you spend an extra hour making a little more, because I think it should work as a weapon against these spawn. And if we can do some area of effect splash damage on these boys, if we're going to get in the fight, I'm saying if, we should equip ourselves well. And if we're not taking this fight, it still does us good to have extra holy water.
Yeah,
I have
maybe next
one
time I try alchemy,
little
I'll
vial
use
of it.
holy water instead of regular water.
I'm sorry,
Maybe
wait.
it'll help.
You let Teddy do alchemy?
Oh,
Huh?
do you
What?
smell that? And see all the junk on him? Yeah, that. Sorry, Father Lucian. That we did try to do some alchemy. I did successfully make a little bomb.
use?
A bomb. I made a bomb. Okay, let's go talk to the burgomaster. Thank you for your help, Father Lucian.
So, Mink, just like quick sidebar, well, before we go, I thought we had agreed, the two of us, because we have a bond we're forming, that since someone big and scary is involved in this, we were just gonna try to get the bones without getting more involved, and then we were gonna go.
We said
and
that we
sounds
would
like
try to rally defenses so that we weren't
Right.
leaving an entire town of people who did not choose anything to do with this, defenseless
Okay.
against 6 spawn.
Okay, but so we'll tell the burgomaster and then we'll go?
We'll tell the burgomaster and then we'll see what the situation is. I don't under this.
It's been a lot of this, Mink, also for how it's been going.
Okay. I
I just don't want to die. And I
don't
didn't
either.
think you all did either. So,
No. That's why we're gonna go tell the burgomaster,
okay.
Meister, whatever his title is.
And then go before dinner, because I also don't want to have dinner with that.
I don't
Woman.
either.
Yeah. So it gets us out of 2 things if we leave after this.
Yeah, we could just say no to dinner, right? People invite people to dinner and say sorry.
I've kind of gotten the impression we're not allowed to say no to this. But maybe I'm not very good at reading people sometimes.
I thought you were really charismatic.
That's different, as Mink Elise has explained. Different than wisdom.
My insight is 0. My
Yeah.
intimidation is 6. Okay, let's one step at a time, right? Burgomaster, try to save as many innocent lives as we can, kind of start.
Right.
That's a good start. Yeah.
Father Lucian just chips in and says, "Here, take this letter of recommendation, introduction to the burgomaster. It'll get you in ASAP."
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is the burgomaster a military man, or
No.
does he? Oh, great.
Mm-mm.
One day my military rank will matter.
I mean, it probably will with the devil. He was military.
I don't love that.
Mink. Oh, I'm not happy about that.
Nothing about this makes me feel good or comfortable. I'm leaving.
Valid. All right. Anything you want to do on your way to the burgomaster's house? Which, for the record, is a straight shot south from the inn, pretty much. So you can chuff along, like here. To get there. Oh, you're going to walk past Blinsky's toys. Do you want to go in?
Why do you keep trying to get us to go there, Debbie?
Because is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Is no Blinsky. I'm very charismatic, and I don't know how I haven't persuaded you to go into this place. Debbie's Google
My
search
God.
is why won't they go in Blinsky's toys?
Lena, I literally like I'm trying so hard, and I keep every now and then I look at Mink's oaths again, like his paladin oaths, and I'm like, we are fighting these things
You're gonna have to find flexibility in them somehow, or tell me. I don't know.
by any means necessary. My qualms can't get in the way of my exterminating foes. I'm exterminating my foes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And this just seems really funny to me as Mari's like, no, Diota, you're being unreasonable about this. Diota, I'm really not.
I've heard Mink
Mink
say
and
his
I-
oaths
unreasonable.
in prayer before. I know. Yeah.
Look, I've listened to the thing that he prays for.
Dear God, please put my sworn foes in front of my path so I may smash them. Love Mink.
Love Mink. Oh.
Okay, he's not that simple. But anyway, all right. Burgomaster. Let's go.
All right.
Also, Teddy and I arm wrestled and I won.
There's a shock.
Good to know.
Anyone else?
I'm good. Thank you.
Just checking.
Diota looks at his at their slightly withered right arm.
We could do left.
Graboa squares
Yeah.
up to you with a little
Okay, let's go.
paper trail.
Yeah.
Okay. This mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window from the inside, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. There's a big knocker on the door that you can rat-a-tat-tat if you wish.
Well,
On the way past, Diota would have popped his head in and told Danica that they were headed to the Burgomaster's and seen if Rictavio had shown back up at any point.
No Rictavio as yet.
knock knock.
The door is opened by a person in like a maid's outfit, but not a sexy maid, like a working maid.
A normal maid.
Yeah.
Tell me about her knockers though. They're not.
Nice.
Wow. Hello.
Good boy
can I
card for
help
me.
you? Huh? Good boy card for me? No, knocker jokes are not going to get you a good card.
Knocker jokes won't. Oh, okay.
No, you? Are you looking at my knockers?
The one on the door? The one it's beautifully carved.
Mm.
I hand over
I
the
help you?
letter of recommendation from Father Lucian.
Oh.
Could you deliver this to the Burgomaster for us, please?
All right, come in. You can just hang out here in the hall. I'll be back. So you're welcomed into this entrance hall. Framed portraits adorn the walls of this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several leading off either side, including one at the far end. And bundles of twigs are heaped against the walls, like big bundles that are tied in the middle.
Sounds
She-
like fire
she-
hazard.
She pottles off down the hallway. Out from... Oh, maybe I should put you in the Burgomaster's mansion. I don't think we need to. We can probably just do this with our minds.
Theatre of the
but-
mind.
Theatre of the mind. Yeah, okay. So, if you imagine, like, you've come in the big rectangular entrance hall, and there's a enormous staircase up to your right, and the hallway is straight ahead in front of you with doors off on the right and left. And these bundles of twigs around. So yes, she goes off to fetch the burgomaster, and out from the door immediately to your left appears a woman. I suppose you could describe her as that. She's wearing like a pretty fancy dress, and you can hear the chatter of other voices in that room as she opens and then closes it. Oh, would you like to come into the parlor while you wait? I assume you're here to see my husband. I'm Lydia, by the way.
Hi, Lady Lydia?
Well, I'm a baroness.
Your Grace?
You know what? Just Lydia's fine.
Okay.
Lydia, social graces are not the strength here.
I'm
just
very charismatic.
I look at the others in my group completely out of my league. I don't know what to do in a lady's home. She's invited us into the parlor.
Thanks. We'd love to. It's so kind of you, your Lydia.
Your Lydia. Okay. And just as you're about to step into the parlor, there's like heavy footfalls on the stairs. And you see like at the top of the stairs is the maid, and then coming down the stairs. Hang on, I got to find the description for this lad. Where would I have put the description for this lad? I don't want to show you the picture. Book. It's a real piece of shit. Oh, Appendix D. All right, hold your phone, everyone. I hope it gives me a description. Yes, here we are. All right. So coming down the stairs is a really enormous human man. He's got like a heavy set brow and a bald head, really broad shoulders, and he has a axe like over his back, even inside, like he's carrying this axe. He's got like an axe on one side and then a spike on the other side of the axe, so he can chop and stab with this very excellent weapon. And his right arm is red in color, has barbed spines and like long nails, and it doesn't look like the rest of him. The rest of him is regular. And he says, the burgomaster will see you. He'll join us in the den, I think. And he says, follow me. And he takes you like a little way up the hallway and into the first door on the right. Does anyone want to roll anything?
Certainly kind of looking around and seeing if there's anything notable, like just perception wise.
General perception. Yep. Perceive away.
I'll make an
I don't know
attempt
if
at
there's anything specific to
insight.
investigate.
On this boy.
Oh, you want to insight? Okay.
I want to nature in terms of what the hell's going. Oh, there we go.
You
Good
think
with people.
this is the like the strongest, most trustworthy guard that you've ever met? You think that this guy might be the answer to all your prayers?
Oh, thank God, another military man. I rolled a 2
Great.
for what it's worth.
Good. Yeah, great lad. Good lad.
Great lad.
Perfect. Flawless. Yep. Perception. Okay, so generally the whole house is a little bit neglected, but the staff are doing their best. But it feels like for a house of this size, it shouldn't just be like the one maid. There maybe would be like a housekeeper and a cook. And it looks like more messy than you would expect based on the level of staff that you would expect to see in a house like this. And there are lots of bundles of twigs around. You assume that there's a purpose for that, but you don't know what it is. You were what, nature for Izek, Diota?
Yeah.
He is a human lad with a fiendish arm. Seems fine. Is there anything, are there any specific questions that you want to ask about his nature? They do look very separate, the body and the arm, even though like he's obviously operating the arm like, you know?
I guess my next question might be more based on like arcana of, do I think that there's like any magic active on him, or like does this arm feel like a natural feature in some way, or something that was medically sewn on, or something that is magically attached?
You could roll arcana or medicine for that.
8.
Yeah, it's probably magical, but like you can't get a read off of like what kind of magic or any specifics about it. But it does seem like it's his arm. Not that it was sewn on. Okay.
Do we have time to make conversation with him while we're walking?
It's about 5 steps, so you can try.
So yes.
Hey, I like your arm. I've got horns kind of similar. I'm from Doom. I haven't seen many people outside of Doom with tiefling blood. Is that what? Do we share lineage?
Who are you? He's looking at you really intently.
I
Who are
am.
you?
I'm Mari, Miatikar. I'm from Doom.
Do I know you?
No, I'm making conversation. I've not met you before. I don't think I have. Do I know you?
What do you mean about tiefling? I'm
Well,
human.
I mean, so most people I've met with things that look kind of reddish and spiky, like my horns and my skin or your arm, are tieflings. But you're not?
No, I just have a red arm. It's
Oh.
Barovia.
Yeah, I know. Barovia's weird. Were you born with it? Like, I was born with the horns.
Really?
Yeah.
You always look like that?
Well, I mean, I wasn't this large, but yes.
You're funny.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go get the
thanks.
Burgermaster. Can you go in that room and stay there,
Okay.
please?
Sure. Bye.
Bye, Marie. So you're in a room that has padded chairs and couches around the walls of a cozy carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear. Oh, no, I hate that. And after a couple of minutes, I assume you go in and take a seat.
Yeah.
And like literally, a few seconds later, you hear the same thunk of footsteps.
What happened with Lydia? Like when the arm guy came to get us, she was like, "Okay, never mind."
Yeah, she closed
okay.
the door.
Okay,
She's like,
thank you.
Oh no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you hear the clunk of the footsteps and the door open, and in comes the enormous again. And then behind him is, you assume, the Burgomaster. He has a breastplate and a rapier and a silk tunic and a greasy beard. And he has 2 black mastiffs walking in with him. 2 great big fucking dogs. He's like, "Good day, adventurers. I am Baron Vargas Valakovich. How may I help you? Father Lucian said that you had some important information for me."
Yep, we do. In helping Father Lucian with something that came up for the Church of St. Andrew, we discovered that the coffin maker has been harboring 6 vampire spawn in his upper floors, and we, though capable, are not so capable that we can rid you of this problem without alerting you and hopefully rallying forces who are better equipped than we are to deal with such a problem.
We're really not equipped at all, actually, to deal with such a problem, but we wanted to make sure you knew, since you seem equipped.
I look at the Order of the Gauntlet thing on my chest. I'm a little equipped, but that's okay.
Are you not adventurers?
Yeah, but we're baby adventurers. I'm 18 years old or something. Dude, I've not fucked with this ship. This is scary. This is
your
not...
entire defense system for Valakai. Are you not adventurers? Is that the whole strategy? Is that the continuity of operations plan that you have down?
Holy fuck! No.
Continuity of operations plan.
We have town guards. Of course, we have town guards. Mind your tone. My town is a very safe place. All is well in Valakai, but you can't just uncover 6 vampire spawn and then go, "Bye, we're leaving."
That literally, we came to you to say, please rally the forces. Help.
Yeah.
This isn't leaving. If leaving would have been fleeing from the town without telling you.
That's true. Okay. Okay. Well, I am the highest authority in this town. So I can of course rally the guards. But I think to, show your gratitude for the safety that Valakai has offered, you should help also.
Here's a map of the house with the traps laid out.
I want to do an insight check on him saying, "I am the highest authority in this town and I can, of course, rally the guards." That seemed like he was convincing himself. Hold on, I rolled a negative, not 1, but let me see if I have something for that. I'm not sure I do, but... No, not unless we can call this damage, and then I can roll it again.
No, you're not damaging.
Okay.
So that's a natural 1. That's a bad boy card for Debbie.
Anybody else gonna roll insight?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Love them.
Because what's going on? Let's see here.
Not a fumble. Oh,
Jesus
thank God.
Christ
Yeah.
above.
The rolls are so bad, but this is okay. Okay.
So Teddy got a 20 though, right?
Yes.
A dirty 20.
That's not a bad roll. That's a good roll.
Yeah, but if I had had disadvantage, it would have been a critical fail.
Which is like the 5th one today.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
No nat 20s, but a lot of nat 1s today.
Okay. He is fully telling the truth. He's a weird guy.
Hmm.
And he doesn't seem nice. Like, he seems a bit like a dictator. But he absolutely can rally the guard. And you think he's probably going to send his right-hand man in, because he looked at Izek when he said that. Mari, would you like to roll a perception check?
Sure. 15?
Izek is just staring at you. Really, he's
Like,
not...
in, like, what way?
Insight?
Nine?
You do not know. He's just staring at you.
Like to the point that other people would notice that, like, he should not just be staring at me. Like, he should be, like, reacting to the Burgermeister and stuff.
He's nodding along with what the Burgermeister's saying.
Okay.
Like, he's listening, but he's not.
And what's his name? Izek?
I don't know that you know his name.
Well, you keep saying it, though. You keep saying it. But it's easier for my notes, Debbie, if I write his name down.
Yeah, his name is Izek. Izek.
Okay.
Wow.
Huh. I'm gonna just kind of look at him and, like, kind of raise my eyebrows a little.
And he just, like, gives a sheepish grin, but he doesn't not look at you.
Oh boy.
Questioning look.
He's just like,
Okay.
Got a fanboy.
yeah, who knew? Yeah, so I absolutely will rally the guards. But you should help too, I think.
We have a dinner appointment, so we can't. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm
We
not
really-
necessarily suggesting we do this tonight.
Oh, okay, good.
Maybe tomorrow? And then you can
Yeah.
have your dinner appointment tonight.
Sure. That sounds great.
I love
are you-
love the pause, Mari. Oh shit, what have I done?
Gonna
Are you-
message into Ming's head with that thing that I had set up. We're leaving, right?
I don't know, Mari. Don't ask me these questions right now. I'll message back though, like if I can still add anything. I don't know how the spell works exactly or how the ability works.
Yeah, you can message back.
Okay, so like I will say like I don't know, but I don't like how he demands our gratitude without expressing any. We brought this problem to his attention.
Yeah, he kind of just seems like he wants to use us as cannon fodder. We should get the fuck out of here.
Burgomaster, as a military man myself with experience with many sting operations of this type, I'm curious if I could hear the plan for how you intend to utilize our skills when you barely know us, but also skills of your men and the others who serve under you. Do you have
Yeah.
anti-vampire technology that you intend to utilize? Do you have holy water you can, or do we have silvered weapons that we can take from your stores? Is there a siege operation that will take or come from multiple approaches? Are we going to come in the dead of night? What's the plan
I would
if you expect us
suggest
to help?
that we can strategize together. Izek is the captain of my guard and a very useful man in combat. I have some elite guards that I would suggest lead alongside yourselves this operation, and many town guards. I would not, I think, assign all of my town guards to this activity because they still need to keep the rest of the town safe. I would suggest we would strike at dawn, or perhaps the middle of the day when the sun will be highest, as a potentially helpful thing against these spawn. I do not think we have a great a great store of silvered weapons. We have some, but I don't think any that we could spare for you. But you are a paladin, right? You have some magical abilities, and you should, as an adventurer of your caliber, you probably have some abilities that I certainly don't.
My abilities notwithstanding, the amount of shoulds I'm hearing with no requesting is quite concerning as free citizens who have wandered into your town and enjoyed. Yes, but sir,
this is where I think you've made a mistake. You are in my town. You are not free citizens. Would you like to be sentenced to a day in the stocks?
No, I would not. Thank you very much for asking. I would like to know, can we have a fire brigade standing by, ready to douse fire?
I can absolutely organize that. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Because I think the first thing we should do is throw a firebomb into the upper story of the coffin maker's home and light those fuckers on fire and burn them so that the first round of combat that we encounter starts with them injured.
Very intelligent. I would add to that, I suggest that we quietly evacuate the nearby buildings.
Please.
Okay, we can do that. Do you have other suggestions?
Do you have any holy men in the town besides Father Lucian?
We do not.
I would recommend probably we should place additional guards along the wall at the edge nearest to the coffin makers, in case any of the spawn attempt to flee the town entirely.
Yes, I think that's a good idea as well.
Do you have any learned men or women or others in the town who knows things about weaknesses of vampire spawn, who can advise us on best approaches?
I mean, Rictavio seems to know a lot. He's a very entertaining man, but I can't imagine that he'd know anything about vampires.
Fair enough.
He's got some good stories, though.
Okay.
So
Then
just out of curiosity, what is the plan if, say, the people or person who made the spawn show up at some point in here?
Or why would he show up?
Because why would he have made them and just left them here if he wasn't like interested in doing something here? Like, there's probably a point to this that he'd probably like want to come make sure happens.
Yes, but I keep Valakai safe, and Valakai is a safe town. So if we deal with this problem,
Right.
there is a wider threat.
Right, except this is Barovia, ruled by the devil, and I understand this is your little
Valakai, ruled by me.
Right, I understand. Truly, I'm sure you do an amazing job keeping Valakai safe, keeping the townspeople happy. It seems like a really great place. This is the safest I've ever felt in Barovia. And also, I mean, the devil is the devil, and if he has a stake here, do you have means of dealing with that?
I don't know if you know, but my festivals are very effective, and the morale of the town is very high. You can see
Right,
how happy
yeah.
people are here.
Yes,
And it
definitely.
is my job to root out all of the evil in Valakai.
Yes.
And so I think we will collaborate to get rid of the spawn, and then the devil will have no reason, no interest to set foot in Valakai. Problem solved.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. You do a great job, and truly, keeping this town safe. The festivals seem like they're very popular. People seem really happy, and this is a very safe place. And also, the devil wouldn't have just put Spawn in this town without a reason. He has something he's planning, something he wants. And
But I feel like you're not listening to me. Nothing's going to happen.
like we're talking past each other a little, maybe.
I don't think we need to continue this. Like, let's just get on with the
Okay.
plan.
Great.
It's going to take, I will need at least sort of the night and probably into tomorrow to mobilize the guard. So do we want to attack at noon tomorrow?
Yes. Yes.
Extra guards on the wall, evacuate the surrounding buildings. Now, this setting fire to the top of the coffin maker's shop, is that something that you can handle magically, or do we need to get some fire arrows? Are any of you a wizard?
I think we can probably handle the setting the fire initially. It might be a good idea to equip the guards on the wall with fire arrows so that they could shoot at any fleeing spawn.
Okay, good thinking.
I can't message Mari without Mari messaging me first.
I think you can. Let me double check.
Okay.
It's not the tooth thing, it's the other thing.
The thing was so weird.
Wow.
I just yoink a tooth out
so
of my
you
mouth.
can speak telepathically with me like at
Okay.
will.
Okay, great. I send back, or I telepathically say to you, I think maybe we try your approach with Lydia if we can find a way to talk to her. She might be more receptive than our ego man here.
Sure, we can try. I don't know how much say she has with the
Me
ego
neither,
man here, but
It's worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one more thing while I have you. Have you met Lady Watcher?
no, we haven't had the pleasure.
So, as we've discussed, it is my job to root out all evil in Valakai, and I believe that Lady Watcher is a source of great evil. She has brazenly stopped attending the festivals, which is just unacceptable. It is a legal requirement to attend the festival. And she says that she must stay home to care for her Stella, but I
Sorry,
don't
to care for
believe that.
what?
Her daughter Stella. But I believe her to be a devil worshipper and a practicer of dark magic, and the cause behind the disappearance of my house staff, and probably how these spawn got into the town, because there was a beautiful woman in red the other day that was seen speaking to Lady Watcher, and I'm absolutely sure that was one of Strahd's calls. It's all a lot of funny business, if you ask me.
That is alarming. Why haven't you done anything?
I
This
am
is your
working on
town.
it. Let me finish my sentence, young lady.
Sorry, I'm just a kid.
You're very charismatic, I know. I think, of course, I will provide the guards to help you with this issue, to keep Valakai safe, because that is my job. But I would like to ask you to investigate Lady Watcher as well, because you're new to town. Maybe you can make friends with her and find out what's going on. Is she totally evil or just a bit evil? You know, if she were, any other peasant, I would have had her home raided ages. But she's very prominent, Valakai, and I have to be careful. But I believe her to be treacherous, and
This is your town.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
why do you have to
I
be
would
so
be very
careful?
grateful. Well, because people are complicated, and you can't just apparently kill everyone.
Oh, but you're doing such great festivals. Isn't that enough that they won't care?
She's not coming to the festival.
Right. Right, that's the problem. She's not coming to the festivals. If she came to the festivals, it would all be okay.
Get it. Izek, she gets it.
Definitely.
And Izek is like the biggest nod you've ever seen, and not. Yeah.
And in exchange. Oh, sorry.
Well, okay. So we'll take down the vampire spawn together. You can investigate Lady What. What do you need? Do you want a safe space in Valakai? You want to bin? You want to join the town guard? You want to money?
Money. Maybe equipment if you have it. Then money.
The best place to get equipment is Doom, because they're the adventurer town. They're full up on stuff.
Fair enough. Money that we can spend in Doom.
Okay.
Or elsewhere.
Doom is really far south.
If you want.
Sure, Valkai, where we can get all the adventuring gear we need and magical weapons.
Ah, I see. I apologize. Yeah. I mean, you can get food here and you can stay at the...
Yes, we're already doing that, and it's been lovely. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad you like my town.
We found a bookstore and a toy store.
Yes.
And
have you been to Blinsky's Toys? You must go. But you must go. And Izek at this is like, oh, you must. The dolls are really, really exceptional. Mari, would you like to see my collection of dolls?
Sure, Izek, that sounds great.
Okay, well, after this meeting is done, we can go upstairs and I can show you my collection of dolls.
Cool.
Okay.
Diota is going to very carefully lean over to Mink and just go, none of this is good.
No. Okay, so this has been great.
It hasn't.
So looking forward to definitely being here to kill vampires. And in the meantime, investigating Lady Watcher. No, you got to say that you definitely have the power to man the guard and nobody questioned it. So I get to say that and you don't get to question it. Then we're going to go
over the table. Are you being deceptive?
No.
Oh, okay, no. Okay. You're just saying things weird. That's fine. Because just so you know, he will fully lock you in the stocks to keep you in Valakai if he needs to.
Yeah, that's really going to motivate me to fight for this guy.
Oh yeah. Not a good guy. Not smart, but authoritarian.
Great. Mari's going to go see a doll collection. I'd love to see.
Do you want to meet my dogs?
Yes, and maybe my friends can talk to your lovely wife for a moment.
Oh, she's very busy. She's hosting a crafting session with the ladies of the town.
Oh, Teddy loves crafting.
I don't think she should be disturbed.
No. I mean, unless, sure.
Well, he doesn't sound particularly keen, and I don't think it's appropriate to disturb her. So perhaps you can meet my good lady wife another time.
Mm-hmm.
But the dogs.
Yep. Yes, they're good dogs. We have a dog somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Where is your dog?
Beethoven, right? What's his name? Beethoven.
What is the dog's name?
Yeah. What a good dog. Blinks out of existence for days at a time.
Lancelot.
Basically the same as Beethoven.
What do you mean? My dogs don't blink out of existence.
Our dog is just cold.
With your dogs.
And then he looks very intently at his two dogs. Would anyone like to do a perception check of the dogs?
We have got to get out of here.
I hope it's a natural one. Oh, it's so close.
6. Mink can't do anything right today.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. So they're just great big black mastiffs with spiked collars, and they've got little name tags that hang down, but you can't see what the name tags say because you didn't high enough. Very sad for you. but also they look just like dogs, whereas Lancelot looks like a special kind of dog.
Yeah, Mink was just being an asshole. He said that. He wants the burgomaster. He wants to see if the burgomaster like there's something wrong with my dogs. They don't blink out of existence. All right, well then let's just get the fuck out of here. I'm so sorry. Mari and I have so much business to attend to over at Blinsky's. We'll have to see the doll collection another time.
Oh, and Izek's like, no, come and see it now. It will only take a minute.
I'm gonna telepathic to Mink. Mink, maybe I can get some information from him. He's weird.
Do you need a chaperone? I don't like this guy.
I'll scream and knife him in the stomach if he tries to do it.
I do trust you to knife him in the stomach, but also like if you want some backup.
I think it's okay, probably.
Okay. Maybe Teddy can sneak into the crafting circle while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Come
Teddy
on,
loves
Teddy.
crafting.
Teddy's a knitter.
Oh my god. Incredible.
Okay.
Incredible.
Let's go play fetch with your dogs. You, me, and Diota, while Mari does this.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So we can probably do let's go and look at the dolls business real quick. Do the rest of you just want to like go outside into the back garden and fetch with the dogs?
I mean, I sincerely hope that Teddy will try to sneak in and talk to Lydia.
I will.
You're going to have to roll for that.
This is what is demanded.
I'm sorry that you have to do something. Like, what? We need to talk to Lydia, dude.
All right. So she's in a crafting circle.
Yeah, she invited us into the parlor earlier.
You did.
But we didn't have a chance to actually talk to her. And we need to see if maybe she cares about the bigger plan that Strahd may have for the town more than her illustrious husband.
Okay. What do I need to do?
Well, yes, let's take the dogs outside. That's a great idea. And he gets up and one of them like is stuck to his right heel and one stuck to his left heel. The door a little bit dicey, but he's obviously done it before. And Teddy, if you want to like, when you get back out to the hall, he's going to like sort of walk to the back of the house to go out the back door into the gardens. So if you want to like try and sneak off, you're going to have to stealth.
Can I be distracting the burgomaster as a way to give Teddy advantage on this?
How would you do that?
Just talking dogs. I'm so excited about these dogs. Tell me everything about the dogs. You know how, like, can I pet the dog? Teach me the dog's commands. Get me...
What you're basically doing is like you would do to Debbie. Be like, hey, Debbie, talk about your dogs.
Yeah, and you know how easy it is to immediately go, as a dog owner. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, yes. So this means that Teddy will have advantage on their stealth check.
Okie dokie.
Is that a non-natural 20?
Another dirty 20.
Yeah, okay. Thankfully, Baron Vargas is not paying that much attention because he's distracted talking about his dogs, which he loves. Like,
yeah, I'm sure that's why he doesn't notice things.
All of his other flawed character traits aside, he knows his dogs very well. So Teddy, you can sneak off into the parlor to Lydia if you like. Izek is like, Mari, come with me, and like gently, like he's not rough, but he kind of grabs your wrist and is like taking you back up the stairs where he came from.
Sure, I'm just gonna move my wrist away from him. I'm excited to see your dolls.
I'm excited to show you my dolls. They're in my room. Yeah. Come see.
Okay.
I don't know who to be scared for with this.
All of them.
Mm-hmm. I'm conscious of the time. Do we want to do the dolls, or Lydia, or neither, and pick them up next time?
I think this is probably a good place to
I
pause.
think this is probably a good place to pause because we've sort of got here are the 3 conversations going split.
Yes.
With
Wonderful.
Jota desperately helping, there's not much conversation with the dogs. Or if there
Incredible.
is, that there's conversation with the dogs.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, so good.
Jota is just continuously sitting there whispering to me, Mink, we're so fucked. You're so fucked.
I'm excited. I think this guy's great. He keeps Valakai safe.
I need to apologize to Mari. We needed to get out of here.
Yesterday.
We did need to set up their defenses. We couldn't leave them without like a plan. This guy's plan was, aren't you adventurers? Solve it. Yeah.
Teddy's just muttering to himself as he sneaks off. God, I hate crafts.
Incidentally, speaking of crafts, is Teddy still like vaguely covered in like rancid smelling goo?
Stinky stuff? Yeah. I reckon so.
Probably like, got most of it off.
Yeah, he's wiped it up. Maybe he took like a bucket shower outside the church while he was waiting for Mari and Diopta. Scraped it off.
We could say that happened.
What's your preference? It's your preference. Do you want to be stinky or no?
Stinky's fun.
Okay. Teddy is still stinky.
That's my D&D philosophy. Stinky's fun.
All right. So, you're not dead, but you're gonna have to deal with these wonderful conversations, all 3 separate ones. The Burgomaster, Izek and his dolls, and Lydia. And then maybe go and meet Lady Watcher and find out what her deal is. You've got a busy time ahead of you. Then you've got to guard a graveyard to keep the church safe while it's getting re-sanctified. And then tomorrow, you got to set up a whole plan to fight some vampire spawn with the town guard and Izek.
Lady Watcher is supposed to be so the Burgomaster's a bad guy, and Lady Watcher's like maybe better, but not much better. Is that?
I think it's
what
the
we're
other way
told?
around. I think it's kind of the flop. I think it
Oh,
sounds to me like Lady Watcher might be in league with Strahd, and at least the Burgomaster doesn't like Strahd, kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
so I thought he was just an idiot, but yeah, like the fact that she met with somebody who does sound like a consort of Strahd is a little concerning. But also, he's a fucking idiot, so maybe it was just some townswoman in a red dress or something. And maybe she is better. I think we'll if we actually go to dinner with her, we'll have to vibe check.
The Burgomaster has asked you to investigate Lady Watcher.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can do that tomorrow.
Right, sure. Or we can
He's asked us
the
to do a
fight.
lot of things.
He has. Yeah. The only thing he hasn't asked you to do is be mad about his dogs. And by mad about, I mean like in love with. Clearly are. He's good with that.
Yeah.
what? I'm sorry. They're husband and wife.
Lydia and
Lydia.
Vargas are husband and wife. Lady Watcher is a different member of the Valacadian nobility.
Okay.
He's
And
not
who am
asking
I
you to
again?
investigate his own wife.
Lydia.
You're
the wife.
investigating Lydia, the wife.
Okay.
We're trying to see
He's
if
the one
we can
doing the
get
craft.
if she's any better than him, and especially
see.
as like a way of persuading or getting more attention to the fact that like Strahd clearly wants something from Valakai
Right.
by planting 6 spawn here.
And her husband is not being helpful.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
like, I keep Valakai safe. There's nothing to worry about. So we're kind of like,
We're not getting anything past
yeah.
fragile male ego. And we're trying to
Yeah,
get
exactly.
something to the like, hey, but maybe we should be concerned about someone that you've literally nicknamed the devil is investing resources here.
Hence, we're just
Yeah.
trying to talk to Lydia, see if she's any better, see if she has any inroads.
Cool. We could do that
All right.
next time on Curse of
Next time on Curse of Strahd. So none of you are dead. Well done. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you guys for playing. Great session, great conversations, great role play, great icebreaker. I think we should do that again, unless it was terribly traumatic and you don't want to do it,
was
in which
fun.
case that's fine.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. Our next session, I believe, is planned for the 19th of July.
Yes.
Shazam. So join the Discord, !Discord, to get updates if anything changes. I guess sometimes it does. And hopefully we will see you all then. So big thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. A goodbye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
all.
Bye.